So, anyways, um, it's been a long time since I've done a video, and part of it's just that I haven't been inspired. Part of it's that I've been really busy with a lot of work lately, and then other things have kept me busy. I mean, when you talk about watching 365 movies in a year with somebody, yeah, at first it's just like, oh, that sounds awesome. I know I could do that. It's like, yes, you can do it on your own, but then matching it up so that, okay, it has to be movies you haven't seen and at least one of you hasn't seen, and you have to be watching it with the person. At least in most cases, that has been the case for us. It's just finding the time to do it, where neither of us are busy or doing other things, and just fuck, you know, it's become a thing where it's like it's fun. It's still fun, and I still enjoy it because I love watching movies and I know for a fact we're going to make it, but it's just like crying out loud. It's just another thing added onto the list of things that I have to do. So makes it so that I can't do other things, and that drives me batty. But whatever. Anyways, right now, I wanted to let you know that I'm going to be doing like a Blu-ray and DVD overview of my entire collection because I've bought so many things. I've bought so many movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, and whatnot over the past few months and over the past year that it would be ridiculous to just do one update video or even a series of update videos because I could do that, but I don't even remember all the things that I got this year versus what I got last year. I don't remember everything that I've shown in videos before or whatnot. And, I just think it would be kind of ridiculous to try and guesstimate and then do a whole bunch of videos, a whole series of videos on, stuff that I've picked up over the past few months, when instead I could just show you my entire collection as it exists. So, uh, as kind of, I guess, a taste of that, I thought since it's the month of October, since I'm going to be watching a lot of horror movies that I know and love, and since I've picked up a lot of horror movies to watch during the season that I know and love, um, why not kind of make a video about those movies? So, first I'm going to start off by making this video where I'm talking about, in particular, movies that I've already watched this Halloween season, this October. So I started off by watching the Alien Anthology, which, if you didn't know I have it, then here you go. I have the Alien Anthology on Blu-ray, and I watched all 4 movies. And I can tell you exactly now why I do not like the 3rd movie. Uh, Honestly, it's the worst of the entire series. And of course, because I watched that, I also watched Prometheus. And, every time I watch this, I love it even more. And I want to see what happens next, and it makes me think. And I love movies like that. A lot of people don't like movies like that. I don't know what to tell you. But yes, I watched all the Alien movies and then Prometheus to get myself ready to do or to play Alien Isolation, which I have been playing on Twitch, but it's a really fucking scary game, so like bringing myself to do that. Not only is it difficult to do because I don't have a lot of time because I'm very fucking busy right now, but it's also like difficult to bring myself to do it just because I know I'm going to be you know pants shittingly terrified because I have been while playing the game throughout the entirety of the game. I've just been fucking terrified of one thing or another. If you go on Twitch right now, you might even find some of my last playthrough videos and see some of the jump scares that I had and whatnot in that game. I'm really loving the game. It's just one of those things where it's a really fucking scary game, and bringing myself to like play it again and get to the end and figure out what it adds to the story element and whatnot is taking a while. Other people who are used to horror games and can deal with that kind of stuff aren't as much of a wimp as I am, can get through it quicker and faster and easier than I can. It's harder for me. Anyways, I will try to get that done by the end of October, but if I don't, I'm probably just going to keep playing it and keep twitching it in November and whatnot. Hopefully get it done by the end of November. But anyways, that's what I started off with to prepare myself for Alien Isolation. And after that, I watched a movie that I got in the mail from Mill Creek. They wanted me to review a Blu-ray that they were releasing. These are all budget release, re-releases mostly of titles that Sony had already put on Blu-ray or DVD or whatnot, and Mill Creek just bought the rights to do the re-releases and whatnot. This one was I Know What You Did Last Summer, and yeah, I remember liking this alright when I was younger, and it's okay. Kind of wonder why I liked it so much. I mean, I didn't love it, but back then I swear it was like a 7 out of 10 for me, and now I'm just like, this is maybe a 5, maybe a 6 if you're lucky. Regardless, watched it, and I did a little review of it on geeky.com. You can check out that review if you want to. It's on the website. Next up, I watched The Silence of the Lambs, which is not really a horror movie, but it's creepy, and I enjoy it. And of course, after I watched this, I actually went and watched the first season of Hannibal, which I fucking adored. The writing in that series is goddamn fantastic. I watched it on Amazon Prime, and just to clear up no, I don't have the Blu-ray, and it was just goddamn fantastic. I can't wait to check out season 2. And honestly, now I want to watch the other movies like Hannibal and Hannibal Rising and Red Dragon. A lot of people hated Red Dragon. I didn't hate it. Then me and Brandon watched this together because earlier this year I watched Rob Zombie's Halloween for the first time, and I really loved it. A lot of people hate the Rob Zombie Halloweens. I don't know what the fuck their problem is. I mean, you're free to have your own opinion, but I feel like in that case, I can show you a few, like, if we were to discuss it, I could point out a few things in the movie that you might not have noticed before that proves it's actually a pretty good movie. And therefore, when I say something like you can have your own opinion, but you're wrong, what I'm really saying is I can prove that you're wrong about this with contextual evidence from the film itself. So, yeah. Regardless, watched Halloween, loved it. Watched Halloween 2, the unrated director's cut. After I watched Halloween, I bought this because it was on sale for $6 or something like that. And, yeah, watched this recently with Brandon, and I absolutely adored it. They upped the violence ante ridiculously high. This is probably one of the most violent movies I've ever seen in my life. But it's got a message, it's got a point to it, and honestly, I'm loving the Rob Zombie Halloween series more than the original series. I don't know why so many people hate it when it's honestly better in some ways. But yeah, I liked Halloween 2. I particularly loved Brad Dourif's role in the movie. He played the distraught father quite fucking fantastically. He just ate up the scenery in that movie and made you believe that he was really experiencing what was happening in the movie. And that is traumatic and fucked up. And that's the thing. A lot of horror movies from back in the day, back then, even Halloween, definitely the Halloween series, they didn't really take the deaths seriously. They would kill somebody and they're dead, and it's violent, and there's, no remorse over it. In Halloween 2, you see the fucking remorse. You understand why this is completely fucked up. And it's like, you kind of get that in the other ones, but the other ones are also just really fucking stabby, and like gorehound fare, essentially. This is also fair for gorehounds, but it's it's even more effective because of how the actors portray it as if it were a real life situation. And just blows my mind. Loved it. Series I did not love as much, but I felt like it was okay. This was on sale for $9.99, so I picked it up. Scream, the Scream trilogy, or as they like to say here, the 5-film set, because it has 2 feature-length documentaries on it, which, we all know aren't, documentaries are a movie, but we all know those aren't a part of the Scream, movies or whatnot. But, the people trying to sell you a 5-film set, they don't want to talk about that. Regardless, paying only like $3.33 per movie, not a bad deal at all. Scream isn't that bad of a series. It's actually pretty damn good. A lot of people hate the third one. I think it's alright. I don't think it's like the best in the series, but I think it's okay. I kind of feel like I like the second one better than the first one. And then the fourth one I watched with Brandon. I watched all of these with Brandon, by the way. The fourth one I watched, and it was alright. It was pretty good. There were a few issues with it, but, it was just one of those things where it genuinely felt like, why is this even happening? Why are we coming back to this? At this stage in the game, why? And the only thing I could think about it, the only thing I really liked about it was that Courtney Cox proved that she can still, act up a storm and be really good behind the camera, or in front of the camera. And then while I was working at one point, I watched one of the movies on this set that I recently picked up. This is the 10 movies set, which includes Cloak and Dagger, The Wizard, Cop and a Half, King Ralph, Matinee, Sergeant Bilko, Ghost Dad, Ed, A Simple Wish, and The Borrowers. I mostly got it just for Ghost Dad, Cop and a Half, and The Wizard, although Brandon has told me that Matinee is pretty good too. But, it was $5, so $5 for 10 movies, and some of these are movies that I've been trying to get on DVD for a while now and probably aren't going to be on Blu-ray anytime soon. So, I figured Ghost Dad, it's about a ghost. Bill Cosby is a ghost dad. I watched it while I was doing some work, and I ended up basically just watching it and not doing any work. So there's that. And last but not least, of the movies that I own on Blu-ray now, I watched An American Werewolf in London with Brandon and Tank. And it was the first time I'd seen it, and I really enjoyed it. I picked this one up for $4 at the pawn shop, so you might notice like there's a little thing here. But for $4, what are you going to do? It's not that bad of a deal, especially considering how many special features are on here. They have a featurette talking to Rick Baker, a feature-length retrospective documentary called Beware the Moon, making of original featurette, interview with director John Landis, another thing with Rick Baker, casting of the hand, outtakes, storyboards, photograph montage, feature commentary, and this is D-Box enabled. This is fucking loaded. It is a full moon edition, and hell yeah. I didn't even know that when I picked it up. All I knew was I haven't seen this movie yet. I want to see this movie. It's $4 on Blu-ray. I'm buying it. So, yeah. That was that. I swear there was some other movies. Oh yeah, the Purge movies. Not really horror per se, but they're kind of scary and creepy and what the fucky in certain ways. I watched both of those movies recently with Brandon, and I liked both of them. I think I liked the second one better than the first one, actually. The second Purge movie felt like it was pulling more from the Warriors, movies like The Warriors and like Escape from New York, while the first one felt more like it was pulling from Assault on Precinct 13. So, regardless, it had that John Carpenter dark, edgy feel to it, which I really fucking dig through both of the movies. But I think I like the second one better because the second one really was giving me those vibes of the fucking early 70s, late 80s, dark, edgy, apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic kind of movies and whatnot. And I also kind of got a little bit of a 1984 feel there too. So yeah, I don't remember if there was anything else I'm leaving off the list, but yeah, that's what I've watched so far this season. Let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It is currently the 16th of October, so I've watched a movie a day for October. And still had time to watch the entire first season of Hannibal because I just got addicted and had to watch it in like a few days. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Next video I'm going to talk about movies I plan to watch during the rest of October. I don't even know if I'm going to put these videos up or when I'm going to put them up. The hope is that I can put them up soon, but you never know. I might not even do any editing on these because I don't have an editor on my computer right now. I can get one easily. It's just, with time and being a factor and my anxiety being a factor and just being busy and all that, I don't know. I'm going to try, but we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Peace.